All right, so let's do some more examples of dividing polynomials. Now, this one right here, notice I have x, just a plain x, no coefficient, no exponent. If I have x plus a number, I could actually use synthetic division on this, and I will show you that after we do long division. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our polynomial is written in descending order and that there's no missing terms. So okay, so my highest power is x squared. So if I have an x squared, I have to have a term that is x to the first power, which I do. So I've got that one. And then I also have to have a constant, which I have. Okay. So I am going to take and see how many times x goes into 2x squared. In other words, what is 2x squared divided by x? And that is going to give me a 2. And I cancel out the x's. I'm left with 1x on the top. So 2x. And by the way, you can check this. When you multiply this first term, it has to match. So if I have 2x up here and I multiply times x and I get something different from what's already here, I know I messed up with this one. Now I have to multiply my 2x times my 5. Don't forget to distribute. And we are going to change the signs, and then we are going to add. So we have, this is going to cancel out, has to cancel out. If it doesn't cancel out, you messed up. And bring down the negative 25 and divide. So that gives me negative 5. And change the signs and add. Okay, so you get 2x minus 5. And I said I would show you synthetic division. If you recall, I take the coefficients, 2, 5, and negative 25. And I do have to put in any missing terms if I had them, but we already decided there was none. And then instead of plus 5, we're going to change that. We're going to actually switch that to negative 5. First number drops, and then we multiply, and then we add, and then we multiply, and then we add, remainder, constant, x, 2x minus 5. So we get the same answer either way we do it. This way is faster, but like I said, we cannot always use synthetic division. In fact, we cannot use synthetic division on this problem because of this 2 right there. So this one has to be done with long division. Now, I do want to point out that this is not written in descending order. I've got my x cubed here, but my x squared is here. I have to rearrange the terms so that it is written in descending order. It has to be, hold on, has to be written in descending order. 2x cubed, my x squared has to go next. And then my x. And then my 13. Just double check, make sure. If I have an x cubed, I have to have an x squared, I have to have an x, and I have to have a constant, which I do. I've got one of all of those. So no missing terms on this one. So 2x goes into 2x cubed. 2's cancel, and I end up with an x squared. And I multiply, don't forget to distribute. So 2x cubed, and I multiply, and I get 3x squared. Change the signs. Those have to cancel. Negative 2x squared, and bring down your 5x. And divide. It's going to go in negative x times. And multiply. Don't forget to distribute. And change the signs. And now we're going to add. And repeat. 2x goes into 8x 4 times. And then we're going to multiply. 8x, and we multiply. Don't forget to distribute. 4 times 3 is 12. And we change the signs. Now, this one is different. Well, it was different in a couple of different ways. One, it wasn't written in descending order. And two, this one has a remainder. Back in elementary school, when you were doing division with numbers, they had you put a little r and then a 1. That's not how we do it in algebra. What we do with remainders in algebra, we do, so this is a positive one, right? So I put my plus, and we divide it by 2x plus 3. So we are going to write it as a fraction, like that. So remainder goes on top, what we divided by goes on the bottom. Okay, this one, plain x. So we can use synthetic division, and we'll do that after we do our long division here. And notice we've got some missing terms. I've got my x cubed, but what I don't have is an x squared, so I have to put in a 0x squared. I don't have an x, so I've got to put in a 0x. And I do have a constant. Okay, so x goes into x cubed, x squared times, and then we're going to multiply x cubed minus 2x squared, and then we're going to change the signs. 2x squared and bring down the 0x. And divide. X goes into 2x squared, 2x times. We're going to multiply. And distribute. And change the signs. And bring down the negative 8. And divide. And multiply. And change the signs. And there you go. So x squared plus 2x plus 4. I said I would do it with long division. Or, sorry, synthetic division. Okay, we've got missing terms, so we have to put in the zeros, just like we did with long division. And this is x minus 2, so we're going to put a positive 2 on the outside. Bring down the 1. Multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. Remainder, constant, x, and x squared. So we end up either way, x squared plus 2x plus 4. Cannot use synthetic division because this is x squared. And in fact, this right here has a missing term. Yes, you do have to put in a 0x. Or x squared minus 5x plus 3. X squared goes into x to the 4th, x squared times, and we multiply. 0x cubed and 2x squared. And we're going to change the signs. Okay. And we get negative 3x cubed. We've got 2x squared. And bring down our 5x, negative 5x. And divide. And distribute. Minus 6x. And change the signs. And that cancels. I've got 2x squared plus x, and bring down the 3. And divide. And distribute. And change the signs. And add. This is going to be my remainder. So I'm going to have my x minus 1 over, we don't have to write the missing term when we write it as a fraction up here, so we can just write the x squared plus 2. Like that. All right. Again, we cannot use synthetic division. 3x cubed, make sure you check to make sure it's in descending order and check for any missing terms. That's fine, this one's good to go. 3x goes into 3x cubed, x squared times, and we're going to multiply, distribute, plus 6x squared, and change the signs, and bring down the 7x. And, let's look at this one. We've got x squared, and we're dividing it by 3x. Well, this x will cancel with one of these, and I have x over 3, which I'm going to write as 1/3 x. Like that. Okay? Now, we have to distribute. So I've got my 1/3 x, and I'm multiplying times 3x plus 6. Okay? So, remember, when I multiply a whole number times a fraction, we divide by the bottom, multiply the top. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, times 1 is 1, x squared. Same thing. 6 divided by 3 is 2, times my 1, I get 2x. Change the signs. And divide. X's will cancel, and I have 5/3. So I'm going to distribute. By the way, if you have a scientific calculator does fractions for you. And you can also download a free fraction calculator app. There's tons of them, tons and tons and tons and tons of them. So I'm not going to suggest any particular one because there's so very many. Just search for free fraction calculator and there will be a whole mess of them. All right, area is of rectangles, length times width. Okay, so we're trying to find the length. All right, so we're going to rearrange this formula. So we have L is equal to A divided by W. So my length is going to be my area, x cubed, 7x squared, 14x plus 6, divided by my width, which is x plus 3. Now, you can, your choice, you can do long division or you can do synthetic division on this one because we don't have a coefficient and we don't have an exponent. So your choice, whether you want to do long division or synthetic. Plus 14x plus, I'll show you both ways. So x goes into x cubed, x squared, and we multiply. Don't forget to multiply the 3. That should be a 2 right there. And we are going to change the signs and bring down the 14. X goes into 4x squared, 4x times, distribute, 12x, and change the signs. And I'm going to move this out of the way. All right. So I have 2x, and I bring down the 6, and it goes in 2 times, and distribute, and change the signs. Okay, so x squared plus 4x plus 2. If you want to use synthetic division instead, remember you have to change this, use the opposite sign here. So 1, 7, 14, 6. The first number drops, we multiply, and we add, and we multiply, and we add, and we multiply, and we add. Remainder, constant, x, and x squared. All right, there you go.